And you missed this news about Michael Thomas. Well, surgery, an interesting June or July surgery decision for Michael Thomas. Going to be out for the foreseeable future for the Saints. What are your thoughts on that, Brockman? You're making lots of Kevin Durant contorted faces over there. I know he's the newest addition to the 723 Club.
He is. Welcome, KD, to the 723 Club. TJ and I welcome you with open arms.
Well, you're making Kevin Durant faces over there. You look confused.
Well, when I think about Michael Thomas, and I'm actually just going to look at this from a pure fantasy point of view, one of the most prolific wide receivers we've had since he's come into the league.
Factual.
Not so much last year. Obviously, missed a lot of time with the high ankle. And then you look at Drew Brees gone. He was Drew Brees' favorite target. Hit him on those 10-yard slants in the red zone, a beast. Jameis Winston, I don't know what that's going to look like in New Orleans for 2021. So when you look at Michael Thomas, and you think about it from a fantasy point of view, now he may miss part of the beginning of the season. How many weeks is that? Is that all of September? Does that bleed into October? Not sure. Man, I think I'm passing on Michael Thomas and letting him pass me by several rounds, if at all.
Figured he'd take a step back just from a fantasy point of view because, like you said, Drew Brees not under center, and then you throw this on top of it. But just from a real football point of view.
A real football point of view, why are you waiting so long to get surgery on your ankle if you knew it was jacked up? Wouldn't you have done that in January so you could be ready for the start of the season? So does that mean he's on his way out? Do we have another? Because there was rumors he was disgruntled to begin with, kind of in New Orleans.
It's interesting. We've had a lot of mobility from the high-profile receivers in recent years. See Odell change teams, Julio change teams. Now you might see Michael Thomas change teams. I don't know if the ankle getting operated on in July is anything other than the fact that maybe they tried to rehab it and get it right.
True. Probably,
naturally.
maybe. Makes sense.
Acupuncture, water, I don't know, meditating, crystals, just being more holistic and healthy.
Yeah.
Trying to do it, though. I mean, anytime you can avoid surgery, that's a better course of rehab. So maybe that was a thought process.
Perhaps, but add it all up to what's been going on down there the last couple of seasons, not a good recipe for Mike Thomas's future in New Orleans.
And it just clears the runway for another season of Tom Brady domination. You got Michael Thomas out in New Orleans. You got big question marks in Carolina. This is just in the division. You got Kanye West dancing at the 50-yard line for the Falcons.
If anything, it's probably good news for Atlanta now that they can kind of move up to that 2 slot in the division with Kyle Pitts at tight end, a little more continuity, new head coach, new offensive coordinator. Like, let's go down there.
Trying to find another team in the NFC that I can get really excited about to challenge Tampa Bay.
Well, let's presume that, there is Devontae Adams in Green Bay news, but let's assume that him and Aaron Rodgers are back for 2021 at least, just one season. Why aren't they contenders again? Can we run that back?
I think because, being present is the key to success. And if these guys already have a foot out the door, and they're running it back for one more year, and the news broke today that I guess the contract negotiations with Adams have stalled. So to have them back for 1 year, knowing that it will be their last, and they're already thinking about what's happening next year, I don't know if that's the recipe for success. It feels like very combustible in a lot of ways. They are the only contender I can think to challenge Tampa Bay.
In the NFC, not in love with Seattle, not in love with the Rams.
No, the Rams lose Cam Akers. You don't know what what Stafford's going to bring. You think it's going to be better than Goff, but you don't know. There's so many question marks there. Their division is the toughest division in football.
You don't think San Francisco bounces back? They were.
Can Jimmy G stay healthy? That's a huge question mark.
But they already drafted his replacement, who's
sure. So you got a rookie now running the show there.
But
you got to give you confidence and knock off Tom Brady and his white pants in July. No, there's nobody. There's nobody that I'm fired up for.
Dallas.
TJ, you fired up for these Cowboys this year?
Always, baby, always.
Here's
the deal. A lot of people want to crap on any sport fan who act like, my team's going to win, even though you might not. I kind of look at it like this. If you're going to invest so much of your time and your money and just your emotions into sports, like you said, do you think the Knicks are going to win your lifetime?
Absolutely not.
But every basketball season. Are you hyped? Are you ready? Are you excited to watch them? Do you go?
Yeah, but my expectations are tempered. I'm just hoping for no former legends to be arrested in the crowd. I'm rooting for Oscar-winning directors to be allowed to sit in their seats
and go in the
regular
VIP
door.
entrance.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, things like that is what I cheer for.
So
my
yeah,
team.
I mean, I cheer and like, do I believe every year like we're gonna win the Super Bowl? I mean, no, but am I gonna say it every year? Absolutely, because it's football and it's fun and it's sports and we're supposed to be fanatics and we're fans. So yeah, I'm gonna get excited.
You know, when the Memphis Grizzlies draft a guy who on draft night has "Rock the Vote" on the inside of his jacket, and the Knicks draft a guy on draft night where it says "Fortnite" on the inside of his jacket, you know, it really gets me fired up. Shouts out to Kevin Knox.
Is he still on the team?
I think so, probably.
And you go in the wormhole like Rich does. I appreciate
As soon as
it.
I saw this man have a Fortnite blazer at draft night, I said, nope, they blew another pick.
He kind of answers that.
He does. But the thing about Ben's, he's still a fan and like still watches the games.
Yeah.
And still thinks that they're going to win.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the basketball world who are disappointed, you know, with the Olympics finally here and Canada's run not getting all the way to Tokyo. We're not going to see RJ on that Olympic stage.
Again, the RJ Barrett stand that's going on right now.
Man was born the day I graduated high school. It's destiny. It's in the stars.
I don't know what that
When my
means.
dad was leaving as I got my diploma because Pedro was pitching in the Bronx, somewhere in Canada, the future of basketball was being born.
You don't think Minnesota? I'm just trying to think. Washington. Rich is big on Washington.
Rich is huge on Washington, but we had Peter Rosenberg, who's a member of the 723 Club. Happy birthday, Peter.
Shout out.
Yeah, I heard your interview with him on the radio.
Had him on the club. He said, Rich is absolutely crazy because real fans know that their team will never win. It's the people who aren't a fan of that team who have high expectations.
Right.
All right, we're going to be chatting with Action Bronson in about 20 minutes or so. Looking forward to that. It's Ben Lyons in for Rich on the Rich Eisen Show.
I mean, I think the Bucs are probably going to win the Super Bowl again, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion.
Anytime you have a quarterback who's 49 years old, 43 years old, yeah, of course.
He's very, very old, yeah.
There's going to be some question marks there, but I mean, they look like they're ready to go.
They're going again.
They're ready to go.
But
Stay
Brady
healthy.
has to stay healthy. Like
He has to
Blaine
stay healthy.
Gabbert
That's what I
isn't.
said. We said that the other
Blaine
day.
Gabbert's not taking the Bucs to the Super Bowl.
No, it's got to be. Brady's just got to play and health.
Bro,
They
but
get Fournette
that
back,
defense
right?
is
They get
so
Fournette
good.
back.
Everyone is back, Ben.
All
Everyone.
22
Everyone.
Everybody's back.
So it's like, okay, imagine if something does happen to Brady. That Bucs D is one of the top Ds in
That's
the
true.
league.
That's true.
That wide receiving core of Godwin, Evans, and AB, who let's not forget, you know, he had a few missteps, but if you were to tell me AB was the best receiver of the 2010s to the 2020, then I'm not going to argue that point with you. So you have those guys, you have Gronk, you have the defense, you have the line. You know, maybe they could survive for a few. I'm not saying they could win a Super Bowl without Brady, but maybe, you know, they could have a little stretch there if something were to happen to Tom. I think that they could keep that ship steering.
I think the division is so bad for them that they're going to have
bad.
6 games right there that are very winnable, easy games that, you know, they didn't get last year. They lost in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know, this year obviously they're going up to New England, which is going to be a great night of football.
That is much watched.
I think that's
TV
the most
right there.
anticipated regular season NFL game of all time.
Anticipate NFL, I guess, of my lifetime.
No.
I'm trying to think of
Just-
something
no,
with the
it's not
stakes.
like-
No, but just
Mike,
just the
it's-
story
it's
and just
Brady
I know.
turning back.
I know. I
not
get that.
after the fact. I
Yeah, I
get
mean-
nervous with the superlatives, but I'm trying to think of a
mean, if
game
they
that was
beat 'em.
more hyped up. Not the results, not the fact that Michael Vick on his first Monday night game with the Eagles looked like a video game, and not the outcome, but the actual anticipation heading into it.
Could Brady going back? Yeah, I'm with you there.
Especially if both
with
teams are 3-0.
Do you think Mark Wahlberg will come out and introduce the game like he did a few years ago in a very ill-fitting tight T-shirt promoting his protein bars?
When you're that jacked, is anything ill-fitting though?
High performance going to come out there,
Do you
and
think
how
he'll
about
leave
those
at
Patriots?
he'll leave at halftime? Like the
Sounds like
Falcons Super
JFK.
Bowl?
How about those Pats? Love Wahlberg.
Say hi to your motherfucker.
Once went to Iowa with him to open up a grocery store and screen Patriot Day. He has a protein bar company with Draymond Green. You can tell that.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.